guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be watching Story Booth. The first one that we're going to be doing is a creepy guy followed me. Okay. Story Booth.
I was singing with my mom and my sister in the praise team. I got out of the church that day to go to my mom's car, and I see this red car, and it starts driving up to me. I try to walk away as quickly as possible to get to my mom's car, and then the red car just stops me. At this point, I'm now confused. Who is this person, and what do they want? This person was also a large set male. From what I was looking at, he looked like he could have been 40. I was standing there, and he was trying to ask me my name, like a creeper. I go from behind the car, and I try to walk to my car. But he caught me off guard again and followed me to my mom's car. At that point, I was just like, all right, what do you want? What do you want so you can leave me alone? He's like, I wanted to talk to you because you look nice, and you are really beautiful, and you look really kind, and you got huge tits. In my head, I'm thinking, what did this guy just say? Because that's just stupid, okay? I've been catcalled before in my neighborhood, but I just ignore it. But this dude was taking it to a whole nother level. He then proceeded to tell me that he wanted to put his digits in my phone, which I proceeded to tell him that I'm 17. A 17-year-old girl, and you're lusting after a 17-year-old. Yeah, no. He then proceeded to drive away and also walk into the church. Hopefully, if he was inside there, that he didn't prey on anybody else. I hate the idea of catcalling because it's really unattractive and honestly, altogether, it's stupid. Yeah. Why would you want to purposely call someone just because of how they look? I understand that he also said that I looked kind. Yes, I am kind, but not when you try to get with me from your car and think it's nice to call me cute and sexy. Those few males out there who thinks catcalling is really a way to pick up chicks, or females, I don't know why I said chicks, don't. Because honestly, a nice hello and a how are you are just what people need.
And to know each other. Okay, that was the first one. Now I'm doing this on YouTube. Next, we are going to do I caught my girlfriend cheating on me on Facebook. Wow. Story
It all took place in Venezuela. This girl, we're gonna call her Stephanie. She had light brown hair, gray eyes, and fair skin. Now, I did hear rumors about this girl dumping a boy for no apparent reason if they were to date her, and leave them in the piles of despair for no apparent reason, and no one knows why she's dumping all these guys. But I just wanted to get to know her, and so I did. We went from being friends until the time Stephanie asked me to be her boyfriend, and I accepted.
You should just say no.
We had a couple of dates. Everything was doing great. We did those romantic selfie kisses, and she would always give me chocolate presents during recess, and I appreciated them. But everything changed when I saw a photo of her with a man who looked around 16 to 18. To make sure that she wasn't doing anything suspicious, I asked her who that guy was, and then she told me it was her brother. Now, to see here, she even showed me that he had his own room in her apartment. Everything changed when I went to Madeira for the summer. I was checking on my Facebook, scrolling up on my timeline, when I saw that picture of Stephanie with that same brother again. And to make sure that she wasn't lying, I went out to her profile and then checked her photos. Everything was doing good. So fine, until there was a photo of her kissing the man on the lips, and I was in complete shock. There were even more photos of her making romantic things with the same guy aside from all the kissing, and I was getting sad. Like, she betrayed me. I thought we had a feeling to each other, like she was the one. She dumped me over someone. How could she do that? But I was also angry. So, when my summer vacation ended, Stephanie came up to me and she said hi, but then I looked at her in the eyes and I glared at her and I told her in angry words, You cheated on me. And then I walked away. The next morning, Stephanie came up to me crying with tears running down through her cheek. And she told me that she was crying for the entire night over those words that I said to her. And she said that I was everything to her. But I was really mad. I was mad that she made a huge mistake over leaving me for someone else while she was still dating me. Like, she left me for another guy. I just told her that she made a big mistake in her life and she will never date me again. And plus, I said that the brother was her boyfriend. And then I just walked away again. And that's where I just looked back and then I saw her crying.
Apartment.
I guess it was for the best. She did
house.
try to apologize and then we started to become friends again, but in reality, I wasn't in the mood to be her friend again. I mean, what she did to me and other boys was horrible, and I don't think she deserves to be my friend again after what she's done.
I hate people that cheat, and it's just not funny. Okay, we have 2 more to, listen to. We are going to do... My friends told my crush I liked him.
About 2 or 3 years ago, I was in 5th grade, and there was a Valentine's Day dance. So I had this group of friends of 6 people, 3 girlfriends and me and 2 guy friends. And I had a crush on one of the guys in our group. His name was Jack. Nobody asked anybody to the dance or anything. We just kind of all went as a group. And it was pretty fun. We danced for most of the night. They had like movies running and the gym and stuff, and it was like really fun. And then the 2 guys went over to go like at the punch table or whatever. Immediately, all 3 of my friends turned to me and are like, "Okay, so who do you like?" And I'm like, "Oh no," because at the time, like I said, I had a huge crush on Jack, and I almost asked him to the dance, but I chickened out at the last moment. I had the note written, almost put it in his locker, and I'm like, okay, no. I then looked at them, I'm like, oh, what? Turning super duper red, and I'm like, oh, nobody, and then they're like, come on, we know you better than that. So eventually, they blackmailed me into some stuff, and they got it at me. And then my one friend, let's call her Ivana, well, that's her name, so, went over to them and was just like, "Hey, Isabel," and then I rush in, like, literally, like, Olympic style running, pretty sure I could have won an award there, and just bowled her right over. I didn't actually knock her over, I just kind of, just gently smashed into her and knocked her out of the way. Just grabbed her hand and ran right back to the dancing area. I was like, do not even think about telling him. Eventually, she slipped away from me, and I'm pretty sure she told him. Yeah. And then the rest of the night was kind of weird because all 3 of my friends were like, "Oh, that was just a prank and stuff." And then Ivana was like, "Yeah, it was just a prank." So I don't know if he really believed it was a prank or not, but we were good. Everything was fine. I even got to dance with him, and yeah, it was cool. So yeah, I guess that was my Valentine's Day dance fiasco thing.
Cute and stuff. The last one we are going to watch is, let me scroll. We are going, which one do I want to ask? Oh, we're going to do, I lost my hair. Start it, Beth.
I was born with a condition called alopecia, which means my hair follicles just weren't working and I never grew any hair on my head, so I was basically bald for most of my life because there's different types of alopecia. There's one where your hair can grow back and fall out, and there's one where it doesn't grow back. And I had that type, so it was pretty hard, like, having no hair for most of my childhood. And I had to wear wigs and stuff, and it just wasn't very good. Whenever I was at sleepovers, they'd be like, oh my god, we should do our hair. And I just couldn't get my hair done because I didn't have any. And there was a few times where there were bullies and people were mean to me. Like one time in school, a boy pulled my wig off in front of everyone and everyone stared. It wasn't good. And then there was like a few times where I was confident enough to go out with no hair without putting on my wig, and there'd be people staring, pointing, laughing, and it was sad. But the good things that came with having no hair were I never got head lice. Like I remember getting a note home saying, there's head lice in your class, you should check your child's hair and stuff. And I never had to get checked, and I never had to get treated. I never had head lice because I just didn't have hair. And I'm also on a website called the Rapunzel Foundation, where children can donate their hair to people that don't have it. And actually, when I turned 10, my hair started to grow again, and I was like, this is so weird, why is this happening? And it grew and it grew and it kept growing, and then I got some hair extensions when it was long enough, and I had them for about a year, and then I decided I don't want them anymore, I want my own hair. And so I got them out, I got my hair trimmed, and it was just like a dream come true. I'd never gone out with my own head of hair, and it was just so great. And I was so happy, I was so confident.
Okay guys, that's all for the video. I hope you like it. See you next time. Bye.